I am Haldir, first marchwarden of the Galadhrim, guardian of Caras Galadhon, and a humble servant to Galadriel, the Lady of Light, and Celeborn, the Lord of Lothlórien. Long have our lands been safe of war and destruction, not only by the skill of our archers, but also by the grace of Lady Galadriel and her Nenya, the Ring of Adamant. But the world is changing. We feel it in the water, we feel it in the earth, we smell it in the air. Much that once was is now lost. A great evil stirs once more in the lands of Mordor, a darkness which has already taken root in the forest of Erengalen, Mirkwood. Orcs, trolls and spiders infest the lands around Amonlanc once again, and whispers of a shadow of the past become increasingly louder. The Necromancer, Anatar, Sauron. Dark times are upon us, yet whilst the Noldor across Great Hithaigle return home to Valinor, we Galadhrim have chosen to stay, and honour our alliances of old. To the men of Rohan and the Bjornings of the Anduin Vale, to the White Council and wise Saruman. We stand at the crucible of the elves' future in these lands, but we cannot stand alone. In the northern reaches of Erengaren lies the woodland realm, where Thranduil and his sylvan kin reside. If we are to weather the coming storm and cleanse the great greenwood of the filth of Mordor, we can only hope to do so together, in a union blessed by Yavanna herself. Therefore it should be our priority to help our northern kin reclaim the fortress of Dol Guldur and exterminate its castellan Camul of the east. This quest stands upon the edge of a knife. Stray but a little, and it will fail to the ruin of us all. Yet hope remains whilst our arrows strike true. May the light of Elbereth's star guide us through this long night. Aya Earendil Elenion an Kalima. Swil Melon again, and welcome to our brand new campaign in Third Age Total War. I hosted a poll on my YouTube community section, and the winner with over 33% of the votes were the Elves of Lothlórien. Over 2,500 people cast their vote in this poll, which is an absolutely insane number, so thank you all to those who participated. And for those who are new to the channel, welcome. Now, as always, the first episode of a new series is a big milestone for the channel, so I'd like to make a deal with you all. If you go absolutely nuts in supporting this video by commenting and liking, possibly subscribing if you haven't already, then I won't bother you with sponsorships and other annoying bullshit. You're here to see some awesome Total War gameplay, and I aim to provide just that. For this campaign, I will be playing with the Divide and Conquer mod version 4.6, as well as the AI and Gameplay Overhaul Submod, or AGO for short, by Fynn. As always, you can find all the links you need in the description of this video. The reason I chose to play AGO instead of the DAC version 5 beta is because I prefer the way AGO handles the Yavanna Union script, but I'll probably talk more about that once it's relevant. As always, I'll be doing a long campaign on very hard difficulty, because my mum didn't raise a pussy. Our victory conditions are quite simple. Hold 12 settlements and defeat Dol Guldur and Mordor. I'm not the most experienced Lothlórien player, though I have watched my friends Saph, Hayz and all of Malteser with their campaigns, but I would like to add another victory condition, which is to complete all the scripts as well as helping Rohan against Isengard. Alright, that's all for my introduction, so without further ado, I'll see you on the campaign map. Alright, what a way to start the campaign. This is, I think, new to AGO version 2.1. The question on whether I want to enable hardcore mode. I'm not exactly sure, so it restricts auto-resolve. Okay, I don't really use auto-resolve at all, and if I do I end up regretting it, so that's fine. And it adds costs for sieging settlements and armies when they run out of supplies. Seems interesting, why not add a bit of an extra challenge? Let's do it. We're playing as the elves anyway. Alright, welcome to Divide and Conquer version 2.1. Let's see. What is relevant to us? Holding Palantiri, or if you play as an elven faction, the Mirror of Galadriel, will toggle Fog of War every few seconds. So, I think Fynn has taken a note from my house rule where if I hold a Palantir, or even the Mirror of Galadriel, I allow myself to toggle the Fog of War now and then, and it seemingly has implemented that at the end or at the start of every turn, it just kind of flashes the map a little bit. So that's quite an interesting implementation of that. Reunited Kingdom, starting as Dol Guldur, and the Union of Dol Guldur and Mordor. Okay, I'm just going to go through this real quick. I don't think anything else is too different, so if you are new to AGO, then read through it at your own leisure. But everything else I am familiar with. This is my third campaign in AGO already. Yes, this, I always make my own intro to kind of replace this, but if you want to read through it, I'll scroll through it slowly. You can pause and read if you want. These are very, very well written, I must admit. They are quite fun to read through. But I always take my inspiration here for making my own intros, so you'll probably recognize some phrasing, etc. Alright. Yavanna's Union. That is, of course, the script that enables us to merge with the Woodland Realm once we meet a certain set of criteria. I believe they are to take down Dol Guldur, to kill all the spiders in the forest, and to make sure that no evil faction holds any settlements in Mirkwood. So Yavanna created the Ents to protect the woodlands of Middle-earth from the proud sons of Orly, but how could she have foreseen the threat now posed to the flora of this once peaceful land? Sauron's power grows day by day, and the shadow of his malice seeps through the boughs of Mirkwood and Ithilien. Khamûl ensures the southern reaches of the Great Wood are twisted more and more away from Yavanna's light, and the treachery of Saruman, spoiler alert, threatens the forest keepers themselves. Despite these odds, the three herders still fight, and we shall fight with them. In order to better protect the forest, it has been suggested that we seek a full union with our Sylvan elf kin. Whilst it may take many years to restore the Great Wood to its former glory and beauty, we must start by driving out all evil from the forest. Perfect. Alright, and that is all in terms of messages. We can finally properly start, and I am beyond excited. Right, first things first, let's take a peek at what we got lying about in terms of troops and generals. So we have Lord Celeborn, the Lord of Lothlórien, with a custom bodyguard model, I'm pretty sure. We'll quickly pull out Haldir myself. Yeah, he's got a different model. He's got the base game model. Celeborn has a new model. And if I am not mistaken, yes, he has the Berion Goliath, which is just an amazing unit. It's one of the best infantry units in the game. 17 melee attack, spears, so quite good against cavalry as well. 10 missile attack, they do have bows as well. And 33 defense, so an absolute beast of a unit. Locked morale as well. Very high accuracy, so they always hit true. 220 meters range, 32 missiles, that's also quite a lot. And a nice pronunciation guide. I think I nailed it. Berion Goliath. Yeah, I got it right. Huh, that'd be a first. In terms of traits, we got the Lady of Lórien, Galadriel. Unfortunately, she's not a general here. She is just part of my retinue. Yes, toxic masculinity in Middle-earth. Mirror of Galadriel. So he also gets the retinues of Galadriel, the Ring Nenya, for example, the Mirror of Galadriel, which gives us +5 line of sight. That's quite nice. There we go. And there's the supply system at work, I see. Okay. Right, and then we have Haldir over here, the first of the marchwardens. He has, let's see, Galadhrim archers. I'm surprised he doesn't have marchwardens as his bodyguard unit, but hey, here we are. I think the Galadhrim archers are a better unit anyway. 14 melee attack, 10 missile attack, also very high accuracy, same range, 220, and 23 defense. Also a very, very, very good unit. Besides that, those are our only two settlements, Limhir and Caras Galadhon. In terms of units, we only have some extra Lórien archers, which are the lowest tier of our archers, but they're really friggin' good. Compared to any other faction, they'd probably be a top tier archer. 6 melee, which isn't bad, 6 missile, which is really good, and 10 defense. More of them, and some Lórien warders, which are our basic spear unit. 7, 16, so quite defensive. I think they can work quite well together with the archers, kind of keeping the enemy in a locked position while the archers fire away at them. Right, I'm going to put you back in your settlements for now. Right. Let's take a peek. We got a spy. We don't have a diplomat yet, so I think that's going to be the number one thing I'm going to build or train. The other units I can already train are the Girthanen, which are the Middle-earth Darth Moles. I don't typically like them too much, but they have one thing that I might try to abuse, and that's that they frighten nearby enemy infantry. That might be very, very good to take down some orcs and other lower disciplined units, so to speak. So might get one of those just for the fear effect. Our archers, our warders, which we have seen, and then the sentries, which are just a regular sword and board unit, 715. That's quite alright for the tier 1 unit. Not that expensive, quite alright, I'd say. Then again, I'm not sure how strong our economy will be. Currently we have 9.5k, but we are actually making money. Not a whole lot, but we are already in the black, which is great. Right, let's see what else. Right, diplomacy. Let's see how we start off. We start off allied to the Woodland Realm and to the High Elves. We have trade rights and military access, although the trade rights aren't actually doing anything because we don't border them. We start off immediately at war with basically all surrounding evil factions. Mordor, Dol Guldur, the Goblins of Moria, and the Orcs of Gundabad in the far north. I don't think we'll be fighting the Orcs of Gundabad. They're all the way up here, so that'll take a while. They're probably busy with the Anduin Vale and Erebor. The Goblins, I think they get Goblin Town, which is somewhere over here, on their turn 1 auto expansion, so we might encounter them at some point. Mordor, of course, all the way down south. We won't be facing them soon, but they are part of our victory condition, so we'll have to take them down at some point. And Dol Guldur as well, they're sitting over here. We'll probably have to take down Dol Guldur sooner rather than later. We don't want them to grow too powerful. But I don't want to make the campaign too easy on me, so I'm going to kind of make a house rule that I'm not going to rush Dol Guldur as some people do. Some people like get all their starting units and just immediately bum rush Dol Guldur, and it works because your generals are very, very good. But that would probably make the entire early game too easy because we remove our one challenge, which is Dol Guldur. So I think it's kind of not a strict rule per se, but I don't think I'll go after Dol Guldur in like the first 10 turns. We'll give him a little bit of breathing room. What I will do is march north because there is a settlement here, Erui, that I want to take first. Nothing too crazy here, some shitty orc units. Graham Raiders, that's probably the scariest unit in there. And the reason I want Erui is because, if I recall correctly, it can become a pretty wealthy settlement, and I think that will also allow me to border the Anduin Vale where the Bjornings live. Yes, we can already see the border. So if I can then get trade rights with them, that's going to make me some money. I also, of course, want to get trade rights with the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm, with Moria. That will also bring in quite a bit of cash. And yeah, that seems like a good idea. Right, where do I want to spend my first bit of money on? We got a lot of buildings we can already choose from. What have we already got? We got some basic roads, some basic archer training facilities, the Hall of Song, which is basically our kind of main building that we need to build barracks and stuff, the heart of our empire. The Artist Studio, which is our culture building, and a basic farm here. Okay. In Caras Galadhon, we have, it's a huge city, the Mirror of Galadriel. Okay. The Hall of Song, the Town Guard, which allows me to get those infantry units. Okay. An inn, which gets me the spy, artist studio, and a farm as well. Let's see. I can get stables for early cav. Would be useful, but I think I really want to build up my economy first. Leather Tanner will give me a little bit of building income as well as better equipment for my troops. Then again, my troops are already very defensive, so I don't think it's too necessary. A port would be good. A grain exchange would also be good just to increase my trade. But right now I don't have any trade rights with any factions that matter, so I think at the moment upgrading my farms is the best course of action. Let's actually take a peek. So if I build a grain exchange, we get a little bit of extra trade, about 20 more. If I get the farms, we'll straight up get like 90 extra income, plus 10 from the building just existing. So I think that's absolutely worth it, and I think I'll do the same in Limhir. Unless I want to build this hall first. You know what, we are breaking even. I'll get to build this hall first, because that reduces the building cost and the building time, so that will save me money in the long run. Bit of an early game investment. Now, I'd really like to take Erui, and from what I've been told and what I've seen in other campaigns, you can absolutely take Erui with just your general's bodyguards, because they are that powerful. So that will reduce my income a little bit in those settlements, but I think it's absolutely worth it. So there we go. Maybe I could have put him in the fort instead. But next turn, you'll go after Erui. I don't think I need these extra guys, and as long as they get free upkeep, then that's fine by me. Breaking even in terms of money. Right, I think that's all... No, wait, there's one more thing I need to take a peek at, and that is the exact requirements for the script, the Yavanna's Union. So if we take a look at the specific faction info, let's see. Elven Union script requirements. Defeat Dol Guldur, okay. Kill all the spiders in the forest, okay. Mirkwood can't have any evil factions, and we must be allied to the Anduin, which we'll take care of soon, and the Wooden Drone, which is already the case. We join one another, we can train their full roster, but the Wooden Drone roster is area of recruitment in Mirkwood. I can construct a woodman camp that also allows me to get some units from the Anduin's roster. Interesting. So for those of you who voted for the Anduin Vale, we might still see it a little bit in this campaign. Celeborn is getting his upkeep refunded every turn as long as you keep him in the Caras Galadhon region. Whoops, because his upkeep is massive, so that's going to hemorrhage me some money. Rumil and Orofin, the brothers of Haldir, the other marchwardens, they will spawn... Let's see, Rumil spawns when I hold Dol Guldur anytime after turn 30, okay? And Orofin spawns whenever we hold more than 8 settlements after turn 30. The ring script, okay, so that's just the general ring script. If we capture the general who has the ring, or we defeat the settlement where the ring is, the one ring that is, then I'll get the one ring. I don't have to bring it to Mithlond or Imladris. I can bring it to Lothlórien, which makes that quite a bit easier. And then we can try to destroy it. Or we can wait for another good faction to try and destroy it, but then it might fall in the hands of Sauron, which we don't want that. Okay, spy networks. Yes, if we keep a spy in the ancestral capital of a faction, then we set up a spy network which will allow us to track down the ring. And holding Palantiri or the Mirror of Galadriel will toggle off forward. We'll notice that in a moment because I'm about to press the enter. There we go. I'm always so scared of the first couple turns. Sometimes I do like a test run before I start recording a campaign. I did it for the Empire of Rune. I haven't done it now. I have watched some other people play it, of course, but that's not the same, you know, other versions, older versions. I watched Galu's faction overview, but that was back for version 4.5 without AGO, so, you know, things are always a little bit different, and even the smallest of differences can end up being a big difference in the end with different factions behaving otherwise. And also the AI, of course, is completely different, so they might be more aggressive or less aggressive, but yeah. We'll see about that. I don't want to make this too easy. I want to have a challenge. Oh, we're actually making quite a bit of money, surprisingly. Alright, if I take Erui, I'll get a military unit, so that's even more of a reason to do so. So we have a diplomat, yes. I think I'll send them to the dwarves first. I can actually talk to that fort. Hello, fort. Just talking to brick and mortar there. Do you want to trade? Yes, do you want an alliance, actually? Would be quite nice. No, okay. I don't expect them to attack me. We'll get an alliance at some point. Do you want to buy my map information? For 600? It's not a whole lot of map information, but... No, okay, whatever. That's fine. I'm off to the Anduin Vale, buddy. Let's see. Retinue expands. High Marchwarden Haldir got Amroth's cloak. Give this to the man you want to be the next heir. Well, that's fine. Kalan got a Sindarin diplomat. That's probably my diplomat here. Yes. Okay, so that's one more turn to complete. There's a little red circle here, and usually that means that's where the one ring is, but I think for the Lothlórien campaign that signals where the evil spiders are that we need to destroy, so there we go. Alright, can these two beasts of generals take down Erui all on their lonesome? Apparently I need to build this. I don't think they had walls. Well, they might sally out, we'll see. Okay. Right, so I'm making good money. I'm honestly surprised. Because Celeborn's upkeep is like 800. I could pick up some Farman Pikemen just kind of as a meat shield. I don't think it's necessary. I really don't think it's necessary. Alright, another end turn. As I forgot to move my spy, but it's not really necessary. I don't need to spy on the Bjornings, I trust them. I would be... Oh, my game crashing? No? Okay. It had a bit of a seizure there. I got like the Windows loading icon on my mouse. Always worrisome. But no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Alright. But yeah, Lothlórien is actually the first faction I ever played in 3rd Age. I remember installing it when I was like 16 or something, so like 11 years ago. Back when Divide and Conquer wasn't a thing. Maybe Moss was a thing at the time. I can't remember. I think it was, but I might be wrong on that. But Divide and Conquer definitely wasn't. And the first playthrough I did was as Lothlórien, and I just enjoyed playing with the very OP archers. It's a power trip, you know. So you're mostly going to see archers in this campaign as well, because I love archers, so I really like exploiting them. Right, I could already just go for the even higher tier, but I think I want to get a little bit more money now, because otherwise we're just breaking even. I could get upgraded roads. Actually, now that I have trade rights with the dwarves, it might be better to get the grain exchange. Yeah, trade's so much more now. 30. Ah, but still, these farms are actually very, very good. Yeah, actually really good farms. So I'll just get 2 farms. Right. I think the most southern settlement of the Anvil is Fynn, right? Is that across the river here? Yeah, it is. So you're going to be a little bit... Alright, one more turn for the ram to be finished. How many free upkeep units can I get? Perhaps I should already look into for getting some extra units, because the recruit timers are very long. And we're going to have to use them at some point against Dol Guldur. They are chill now, but they won't stay chill, I'm afraid. And extra archers are always welcome. Okay, I'm still making money. I will make money from Erui as well. I haven't actually been paying attention to the fog of war going on and off. Does it happen at every turn? I guess it doesn't happen at every turn, because I would have noticed that. Perhaps it only happens in, like, every 5 turns? Maybe every 10 turns? I'm just happy I don't have to do it manually, because sometimes I forgot, and I used to have, like, a strict house rule. It's, like, every 10 turns, and not every 9 turns, not every 11 turns, and that rule already softened up a little bit. I went easier on it. Alright, are you sallying out? No? Okay. That kind of goes to show... Oh, there we go. Now we see stuff. Alright, so Dol Guldur already moving out quite a bit. You need to look fast, though. I kind of like that. It's not as OP as you'd think it would be. Alright, where is Fynn? There it is. Anduin Vale, be my friends. Look, it's a hobbit. I don't hold you at ransom. I just want to make a good deal. Yes, we're allies. Do you want to buy my map information? I actually have lots of it, because I have the Mirror of Galadriel. No. Okay.
Good day to you.
Good day to you too. Thank you. Ah, yes, my favorite moment. You are most welcome here. Oh, hello, Radagast. Chilling in the woods. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that they're not sallying out kind of shows just how scared they are of me. I could wait them out for 2 more turns, but I want to get the settlement sooner rather than later. Look at that. We have 2 units. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the balance of power is, like, slightly in my favor, which is, yeah. Alright, let's save. No saves yet. A virgin campaign. Lórien, I'll call it, because it's a little bit shorter than Lothlórien. Right, let's jump in. I'll see you on the battle map. Okay, see, I knew I didn't need a ram. There's no actual walls there. Then again, the Elven Ram is unique, so it looks quite nice. Probably why it took so long to build, because it's over-engineered as fuck. And there we go. These are our Berio and Goliath. There is Celeborn himself. Look at that shiny man. He's gonna blind the orcs just by how bling he is. Absolute beast. But yeah, they're an amazing unit. And then we have the Galadhrim archers, which look... one of the best looking units in the game. And a model that's been around for a long time as well. And one that might also seem familiar if you've taken a look at the thumbnail. And I am very, very happy with the thumbnail for this campaign. And I want to give a special thanks to Myron, or Tom Romain, from the Rise of Mordor team, for graciously allowing me to use the artwork he made for Rise of Mordor, which is also a Lord of the Rings mod set in, or for Attila Total War. I have done some videos on it and some streams as well, if I recall correctly, so do check it out. But yeah, special thanks to the Rise of Mordor team, and Tom especially, for allowing me to use that asset and modifying it a little bit for the sake of the excellent looking thumbnail, if I do say so myself. Alright, so you just take your time shooting them. What is the swiftness? Minus 500 own army fatigue, plus 75 enemy army fatigue. Permanent, damn, that's really good. Just makes the enemy army sleepy. Plus 50% own army combat effectiveness, which basically means they'll kill a whole lot quicker. Also for allies, and the enemy gets minus 25% combat effectiveness, which means they won't kill nearly as effective. That is very good. Plus 100% probability to stun enemy units for 3 seconds. Damn, dude. Does Haldir have anything special? Yes. Light of Elbereth, plus 5 own troop morale, decent, plus 3 allied troop morale, plus 100% own army combat effectiveness. Jeez. Yeah, these guys are strong. Keep fighting. Just look at this. Let your bows sing, lads! And the video looks so awesome. And they're just the beasts with bows, but the bows are actually just like a nice little extra. Their main strength is how good they are in melee, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, just gotta make sure the generals themselves don't die. We are playing with the engine overhaul, so we're not limited to bodyguards replenishing up to 77. They can replenish all the way. Come on, wargs, you wanna play? You wanna fight? Show them how we fight in melee. Grab your spears, there we go. And look how fast the wargs melt. That's what they were bred to do. The elves, not the wargs. I mean, the wargs were kind of bred to die as well, so. Alright, Haldir, keep fighting. Those mountain orc hunters are a very soft target as they don't have any shields or armor. They're too cool for that. They only wear bear rugs or wolf skulls or whatever. More wargs. We still have the Mount Graham Raiders or some of them. Goblin archers. They probably got like 1/3 of our range. Look at that. I think we lost one guy. Absolutely obliterated them. Alright. So I'm starting to understand why people are like, oh, you can just take Dol Guldur with just Celeborn in his video. These guys are powerful. They're down to 13, so let's not harass them any further. Oh, hello there. I just don't want them to charge the Galadhrim archers. Not that I think Haldir would die, but you never know. Don't want to risk it. So give them a volley. Point blank. Direct line of fire. We meet them at last. Ah, the sounds. So good. Okay, they're oh, no. They changed their mind. They're gonna... Oh, that's fine. They're not charging Celeborn, is always on the left side. Your general is always on the left side, so if they charge on the right side, it just doesn't matter. They'll still die as well. I'm gonna pop the Light of Elbereth just for the combat effectiveness. Just because I want to save this for now. There we go. I'm not sure how many uses the Light of Elbereth has. I imagine it's also just the one. Look at them. Filthy wargs, get out of my lands. The borderlands are mine. Oh, such a beautiful model. I love the variation. Like, some have helmets, some have like cloaks. Others have no helmets because they have very luscious hair and they want to show it off to these. Look at that pathetic hair. Pfft. Disgusting orc hair. No. Fabulous. Elven golden locks. Alright, they're absolutely being destroyed. Speed it up a little bit. We meet them at last. Come on, fire away. They've lost half their army. We've lost 1%. I'm starting to feel bad for them. Only a little bit. At the end of the day, they are still orc filth. Yeah, I think we can build some nice mines here. I mean, it looks like a dwarven settlement, so... And if we don't take Erui, then either the dwarves or the Anduin Vale will, so... You know. We need to be a little bit selfish. Seeing as our victory condition is only to hold 24 regions, which isn't all that many, I'm not too keen on, like, becoming super imperialistic, but I do want to get some settlements in the early game. And with the Ivana's Union, I'll get a bunch of settlements just like that, so... I think if we have the 3 settlements we already have, and then most of Mirkwood, we're probably already halfway to that victory condition. Yes, come on. Let's just keep fighting at them. They're too scared to come after me. And we have so many arrows as well. Only now is Haldir starting to run a little bit low on ammo, but Celeborn still has half of his. 32 missiles is a massive amount. Oh, you poor soul. I wasn't quite sure if I was maybe biting off more than I could chew so early on, because of course I didn't have experience with the units, but... Well, no, I absolutely didn't. I probably could have done it with just Celeborn. I didn't even need Haldir. Which is fantastic. Let's take a look at Haldir, actually. I don't think I've... There he is. Oh, he's got mud on his face. Oh, it's a big disgrace. And look, they have a female elf carrying the banner. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Right, how many guys left? We got the general left over there. It would be cool if we just shoot the general, shits and giggles. Come on. He's a tanky one. No, not tanky enough. Alright, Celeborn. Time to go Celeborn. Celeborn. What a beast. Why do you still have your bows out? Oh, you still got like a small volley left in you? Alright. Point blank attack before we go in the melee. Poor guys, they're just waiting for their execution. Nice. Right. You still have... your bar is empty, man. Where do you keep pulling these arrows from? Okay, now you're out of ammo. Switch to your spears. It's not often you see a unit having a bow and a spear. It's usually, if they're already a hybrid unit, they got like a sword or something. A shield's already a nice extra, but a spear, I think that's actually unique. I can't think of any other units off the top of my head. There probably exist like 1 or 2 units, but... that was a scary sound effect, but okay. Swiftness. Absolutely destroy them, yes. I love that elven horn so much. Oh, he can pop at Light of Breath again. It's got 3 uses, holy. But Jesus, that is strong. That is very strong. Good God. I mean, we are elves, so we're bound to be a little bit OP. I love it. Already power tripping. Nice. Wonderful. We lost 3. So that's absolutely fine. Look at those results. Actually, Haldir killed more than Celeborn. That is interesting. Very, very nice. 528. Got some experience, so he's now Gold Chevron, which makes him even better than before. Wonderful. Bye-bye, rebel scum. Right, let's occupy it, because I do want to grow out the settlement. If I already start killing people, it'll take forever to grow out. We complete the mission and we get a unit of Lórien warders. Okay, that's not too bad. They get free upkeep. Perfect. That's all I ever wanted. I'm gonna leave Haldir there. I'm gonna move Celeborn back to Caras Galadhon for now. Just to make sure that he gets his upkeep back. I want to put you at the crossing. Construct a watchtower. Okay, so we don't actually border Dol Guldur yet, because this is taken by the Anduin Vale. Roscobel, perfect. That's Bolk, which is a hilarious name for a diplomat. Okay. Back to Erui you go. I will put it on low tax rate. Actually, it doesn't matter. I want the population growth to be as high as possible, but at normal and low it's the same. Because we want to make that into a large town, but it's going to take a long, long time. I think I'll get the Hall of Song, or maybe maybe the Grain Exchange, because we border the Anduin Vale there. Yeah, that's a big boost in trade. Let's get that. Okay, I'm not sure how it works exactly, but the script did say if he's in the Caras Galadhon region, so we might already get our refund. Maybe not. Maybe he has to be inside of Caras Galadhon. That's not exactly clear to me, but okay. Right, let's on to the next one. So far, so good. We have already expanded our realm with 50%. Profit margins are up. I think what I want to take next is Edraicharn, which is to our southeast, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm kind of hoping I'll get an extra general at some point, so I can put him in Erui. So Celeborn and Haldir can move south and deal out some damage there. We'll see. Perfect timing, Erumaren. You're not great, but you're not... Oh, it's actually to marry off my daughter. Ah, I haven't really taken a look at my family tree. I mean, he's hot, so yeah, sure. Emissary to the Witch of Angmar. I don't think they really want to talk to me, but for 900 gold coins, I'll do just about anything. What unit do you have? You have Elbereth Sentinels. Not a bad unit, a very good unit, but only 37 of them. So I'd rather have Haldir's Galadhrim archers just because there's more of them. So you go to Erui. You take over from Haldir. They're unhappy. Ah, they're at 70%. That's enough to not get them to riot. No, I want the extra 30 income, please. So you guys team up and go to Edraicharn, which is here, somewhere over here. Let's see, Diplomat, so you have a mission to go to Angmar, which is all the way over here. Can you even reach that in 5 turns? 1, 2, 3, yeah, cutting it close. Towards Overhaul, if I could talk to them along the way, that'd be perfect. Okay, so they're friends. Why doesn't Khazad-dûm want to be my friend? Come on, man. Jeez. Production-wise, we're actually already rank 5, which is insane, but okay. Let's take a peek at the family tree. So we have Celeborn and Galadriel. They have a daughter, Celebrant, who, if I recall correctly, is Elrond's wife, and thus the mother of Arwen. It says she died peacefully, but I'm pretty sure she just left for Valinor, so... In terms of the gameplay, she's dead, but she's not actually dead. We have our other daughter, Eärwen, who married Erumaren, and then we have Calmiriel, who married Haldir. Not actually law correct, I don't think, but that's the only way to get Haldir into our family tree and make him our faction heir, which makes the most sense, really. Right. Anything else I need to be doing? I don't think so. Economy's looking strong enough, healthy enough. The farms will be done in 2 more turns, and that should see a nice boost. For some reason, my brain always kind of assumed that the Elven economy is horrible. But I think that's more of a Woodland-Realm thing. It seems Lothlórien has an okay economy. Our troops are less expensive than I anticipated, and our settlements are bringing in a little bit more wealth than I anticipated. Not a lot, mind you. Erui is already my wealthiest settlement, to give you an idea just how important it is to go after that one first. But yeah, it's working out. It's working out. It's mostly going to be a case of taking down Dol Guldur as fast as possible, within my own house rule, of course. Western Moria besieged. Okay. Let's take a peek at Dol Guldur. As long as they don't move towards Akhnot Yon, then that's fine by me. So the Anduin Vale's doing a nice job. Okay.
My lord speaks highly of you.
It's very... You look a lot like my own diplomat, so. And I did see there was an army at Edraicharn and an army outside of it as well, which is actually really good because that means they've split up. Alright. You're still at 70%. Perfect. Let's see. Ered Luin is now allied to the Rangers of the North, Northern Dunedain, and Bree. Perfect. I mean, good for them. It's all the way on the other side of the Hythaeglir, so I don't really care too much. We might try to take over... I mean, if the goblins manage to take Moria, for example, we will drive them out. Because, and that's maybe a small path we'll take. I'm not sure if we're going to go all that, but... Ostanithil is where we can also, as an Elven faction, rebuild the Gwaith Myrdain. And that is the way that we can upgrade our troops to the highest tier of armor. Right now, we are kind of limited in how high our armor can go. We don't get advanced blacksmiths. But if we do take Ostanithil and we rebuild the Gwaith Myrdain, we are able to do so. Alright, let's take down Gazcash, which will make the Siege of Edraicharn a little bit easier. Oh, you poor fool. I feel sorry for you. As a tip, always make multiple saves just in case one gets corrupted for whatever reason. Although AGO lately is very, very, very stable. I rarely run into any crashing. So it's not that necessary, but better safe than sorry. Alright, let's take him out.
Fight to the end.
Alright. Most of the early game is just going to be me using these generals, I assume. When we go after Dol Guldur, we will get some extra troops, so don't be too concerned about that. They are just too damn good not to use, and I just don't need the other units. Look at them, they're just melting. It's a power trip, man. It feels good. It feels good, good, good. Now I'm going to move the video a little bit closer, so they can already start fighting on the one behind. It matters less so with the elves, because they have very high accuracy, but otherwise you'd always want to fire on the unit with the most lads, because even if you miss fighting at that guy, you might hit that guy by accident. Whereas if they're already death for a large part, then they're a bit harder to kill. But these guys have such high accuracy that they typically always hit their targets. They always hit something. Not always, as you can tell by the few arrows embedded in the snow there, but most of the time. Where are you going? Fight away, man. Come on. We're gonna take them all down just by shooting at them.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half.
Not sure what the AI is thinking. Not sure why they're not attacking. Not that it would matter one bit. They die just as quick. Even quicker, actually. But they don't have any missiles themselves, so it's not like they're losing a skirmish battle. They're absolutely being demolished in a skirmish battle. It's weird that you run out of range. Like, you were in range just now and then suddenly you're not. Alright. Well, I'm already gonna send in the video. Why not? Why not? I love them so much. Grab your spears. Problem is, even if I use ult, which changes them to melee, they only whip out their spears when they're actually engaged. They don't actually do a decent charge. Oh no, they actually changed right before the charge now. That was a nasty sound effect, man. I can't get over that. Surprised these guys aren't breaking. Very surprised. They are literal orc scum being surrounded by fantastic elves in gleaming armor. And they're like, oh, this is fine. Alright, take him out. Haldir, how about you come closer for the light well breath? For your Endil! Continue. Kill them all, I don't want them to run. Oh, they're rebels, so their army gets destroyed anyway. We lost one. That is elven gameplay right there. There we go. I really hope someone does a kill-death ratio for this campaign. Because it's gonna be quite insane. I can get some waters here, but it's just not necessary. Like, that'd be an extra 1.2k I'd spend in one turn. For no reason. It's simply not needed. This is just gonna be an easier Erui, pretty much. Right, I think that's an end turn, right? Yes. Just gonna move my diplomat manually. Yeah, that guy from Erebor already buggered off.
Yes, as you wish. Without question.
Yeah.
I shall continue.
I could maybe try and get a peace treaty with the Orcs of Gundabad, because they're so far away they're probably not interested in war with me, but from a lore perspective, I shan't do that. Just because, you know, wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. We are at war and that's fine. I'm honestly surprised we don't start off at war with Angmar either, but then again, we're so far away from them. Would we even be aware that Angmar is back? Probably, but Tolgolur still hasn't taken Akhnatyan, which really surprises me. And I kind of want them to take it so I can take it from them. Oh, what is this? The goblin horde's enraged. Our foes think they can step foot in our capital. Oh, so the dwarves are actually successful in taking the other side of Khazad-dûm. That I've not often seen that happen. Huh. Well, that's great for me. A strong Khazad-dûm is a worthwhile quote-unquote ally. They're not allies yet, officially, but yeah, no, they kind of are. That's perfect. My economy is looking very good now with the extra farms. We'll spend our money in a little bit.
Yes, my lord. As you wish.
So skip past Gundabad. Hello, Gundabad.
Impossible.
Khazad-dûm likes me a little bit more, so we can try an alliance later on again. Right, Caras Galadhon. We got the farms there. Could look into a port, possibly. Maybe a grain exchange, because that's actually pretty cheap. And it does add 50 extra income, which is quite nice. So yeah, we'll get some extra grain exchanges then. 202 to 239, so that's an extra 37. That is worthwhile, with how cheap the building is. And at Erui, I think I want roads. I think that also boosts trade, and just all around makes life better. It also gives me +2 building income. And I think it might also improve population growth. I'm actually a bit surprised that we can't build roads in Caras Galadhon, nor do we have roads. Not sure why that is. Because it's already a maxed out settlement, can't be upgraded. Limhir can be upgraded, but that's gonna take forever, literally. Literally gonna take forever. Right. Let us lay siege to Edraicharn. I think what will kind of happen naturally is that as soon as we have kind of the lands that we want, which is Erui, Limhir, Caras Galadhon, and Edraicharn, the lands to the south of us, oh, Isengard's already in the West Wall. That is quite fast. Normally it's Rohan that takes these lands. Isengard might prove to be a big threat right away. So as soon as my unofficial timer of 10 turns is off, I really need to take down Dol Guldur fast. Not because I'm scared of Dol Guldur, but because I'm scared of Isengard. I'm not at war with them yet, because, you know, from a lore perspective, Saruman is still our friend. You can build that in one turn, can you? No. You can build ladders in one turn. But I don't want to risk building them. Nah. I do hope you sally out. What have you got? Where's my spy? No, I'm not going to send my spy over there. That's not worth it. Sell swords. Oh, they look different. Nice. They always kind of stood out as a sore thumb to me with how they looked. It didn't mesh really with Middle-earth, but that looks a whole lot better. Ruffians also look different. Very cool. Very, very cool. Roman trackers and Veilsmen, those are the same. So that's actually a very poopy army. And it's just a village and no walls either. So my two generals can take that down with ease. And then, you know... Oh, it seems he might try to take it. Perfect. That would be great. The thing is, Dol Guldur is large as a faction, but if we take the settlement of Dol Guldur, Amon Lang, they really get stifled in terms of the troops they can train and, you know, what they've got going for themselves in terms of money as well. They do get a doom stack, but I already have like a sizable army, lots of archers, and Dol Guldur is fairly weak to archers. Yeah, it seems that will happen after the siege of Edraicharn. We'll probably start crossing, prepare for war.
My friend, please send an emissary to open.
I love this guy.
Yes.
Melonin, send an emissary. Alright. This is gonna be an important couple turns. This will make or break the game. I imagine the war with Dol Guldur will be mostly the subject of episode number 2. Man, I'm worried about Isengard though. The fact that we already... Well, we don't already border them, because we don't have Edraicharn yet, but we'll border them soon enough. And if I don't take Edraicharn, then Isengard will, so that's not an option. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, Rohan is keeping them busy for now. And they have taken Ahnoyon. Perfect. Kamul himself has taken Ahnoyon. I'd love to kill him already. No, we take Edraicharn first. Let's not get greedy. Yeah, no. But if he stays there and I can take down Kamul and then immediately take Dol Guldur, the Nazgul can't respawn then, which would be friggin' perfect. But we'll wait one more turn. I am losing money, which is not ideal. But according to this thingy here, I'll be making money again, but it doesn't seem to be wholly accurate. So. There we are. We're going to move you to the fort, where you get free upkeep, just to get you ready. Alright, I need to get... Oh, actually, I need to get free upkeep in Erui for this guy. How much do you cost me? 310. Well, that's the quickest way to make money then, is to get the Hall of Song to get free upkeep. Yeah, that's priority after the roads. It's a bit of a mistake on my part. Alright, but you will give me some money, right? How about you give me some map information? Or actually, I sell you my map information, you give me some cash. Damn it, no one wants my map information. I'm gonna send you back, actually. I don't care too much about diplomacy with these lads. 900 gold coins, good, within the money. Within the money! I'll retrain you, not sure what that will do, probably an extra experience. How expensive is that actually? 388? For just one experience? Yeah, no, I'm gonna skip that. I can spend my money on better things. More useful things. Alright, that's another end turn, eh? I think. Yeah, I still had to wait for Edraicharn. That was 2 turns. Right. Calm, Izzy, calm, calm. I'm very stressed. I'm always with first episodes, but it's going okay. I'm relatively pleased with how things are going. Oh, Dol Guldur has been emptied for a... Oh, never mind. Was emptied for a little bit, then refilled. Is emptied again, and refilled. So there we go. They got a big stack in Dol Guldur, but besides that, they're not too strong. It's just Kamul. Holy shit, that is the tastiest snack I've ever seen. Right, let's take Edraicharn and then immediately crush Kamul. I'm gonna have to probably leave Haldir behind to govern Edraicharn. You know, I could send over this army already. I probably should send over these troops already. I'm gonna lose so much money, but it's an investment.
For the light, elven warriors.
Right.
Swiftly,
You.
elves,
I could cross here as well, but I'm
onward,
gonna meet up with the lads.
warriors. Come on.
Actually, maybe Edraicharn has a nice bit of culture. Yeah, they got a bit of elvish culture, which Erui didn't have, I don't think. Less so. So maybe we can get by with just leaving behind like a unit of warders and we can bring Haldir along. Because Haldir would be a big asset. Alright, let's take Edraicharn first. We have the Ram. They have Captain Sharthak. They got some Ravanian turncoats fighting alongside the orcs. Pathetic. Pathetic. Alright, this will probably be our hardest battle yet, because in this case they actually have functioning walls and functioning towers. But I think we'll be fine. I could do a night attack. Now let's do a night attack, because that looks cool.
Wipe the blight from this land.
My archers probably hate me because I did a night battle, because they can't see shit. Whatever. It's a nice looking elven settlement. Alright, I'm not going to deploy too close. We might be able to shoot them a couple times so they run off. Drop your rab for now. We might be able to force them to pull back. Hitting them on the walls isn't exactly the easiest feat, but if anyone can do it, it's the bloody elves. I think that might be a decent angle. Somewhat. Ooh, fight on these guys. They're in an excellent position to get shot to pieces. Nice volleys there. Oh, the towers are fighting. Wait, who are they fighting on? Can they fire that far? Jeez Louise. That is an insane range for the tower. Oh, they're sallying out actually. Huh, interesting. What are they? Yeah, they're going on the wall. Which is all kinds of annoying, but I will happily use up all my ammo just to soften them. No problem. So we've already killed 14%, that's actually a pretty good result. Well, the best thing they can do is stand behind the wall like that, which is exactly what they're doing, but I think they do it by accident, not on purpose. Yeah, fight on them. Be quick. Like that unit got shafted. If we can now shaft these guys. Maybe shaft the hunters. Never mind. I was going to say maybe shaft the hunters first because they're javelins, but the Ravanian hunters are also javelin units. So there's that. They're both somewhat dangerous. Not very dangerous. Are you actually fighting? Some of you are. That means your positioning isn't perfect. Okay, they don't know what to do. That's kind of funny. Neither do I, but I can just keep fighting. They can't really do that. We've killed so many. We're so accurate. They think they're safe on the walls. Nope. Alright, Berio. Get that ram. It's ramming time. Oh yes, that's perfect. Stand on that angle. Yes. Alright, time to ram it down. We'll probably lose some troops to the towers. That's okay. As long as the ram doesn't set a fire, that's fine. If that ram catches fire, I will rage. Because that will set back everything with a turn. We're so close to killing Kamul already, which would be masterful. Alright, get ramming.
Our men have reached the gate with the battering ram.
2%! Oh lord. That's gonna take forever. Right, in AGO, gates are significantly stronger. It's fine, it's fine. Although I'm losing Berry over there. It's fine. We'll still have plenty of troops left. Doesn't really seem like they're throwing too many javelins. It's actually a good way for me to reduce my upkeep costs, right? Just kill off the expensive units. But we'll get them back anyways. The beauty of using general units, as long as Celeborn himself doesn't die, all these guys will come back to life over the span of just a few turns. Doesn't even cost me anything extra. Alright. So there's half an army left. The thing is, I don't want to fight near the towers. So, Celeborn, you are going to hopefully immediately rush through. Okay, stop. No, keep moving. They're gonna be annoying. So keep running. Yes, perfect. Don't tell me that's Celeborn. Oh, good. So now we're out of scope for the towers. Galadhrim matches, I'm gonna keep you behind a little bit longer. So now we should no longer be getting shot. That orc fighters, they don't have javelins. So we can actually do some sneaky volleys on them. Alright, then fight them. Do the disgusting attack. Please surround me, I'm begging you. Okay, my plan worked because now they've abandoned the walls to chase my Berio, and now my Galadhrim archers can come in unopposed. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The Berio will 100% win this battle. Don't even doubt that. But just to make sure that Celeborn absolutely doesn't die. Ah, I think they're onto my plan. Well, it was nice in theory. Galadhrim! Look at those beautiful swords. Oh, what a good looking unit. Immediately getting Siege of Helm's Deep vibes. Carve through them. They're panicking. I love that horn so much. That is no orc horn. Okay, they're broken. Wonderful. Yes. My Berio has taken a bit of a beating, but they're fine. Reinforcements are here. My Lord Celeborn, I have arrived. Where is Celeborn himself, actually? Let's see. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's very safe. Wonderful. He's in literally the best position. Look at these Galadhrim sword masters. Fucking awesome. Absolutely destroying that Rovanian scum. Never said the age of man was for every man. Just some of them. Only the cool men. Yes, I live for that elven horn, man. Light of Elbereth! Nice, yes, they're broken. Help your lord! Beautiful. Edraicharn is mine, baby. And soon Camul's head will be mine. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes! 50 casualties, that's the most we've suffered so far. But that's still good for our kill death ratio. It's still going to be wonderful. Right, perfect. Very nice job. Okie dokie. Edraicharn is mine. I don't want to exterminate the populace for the same reasons as Erui. It is a castle, so it can still be upgraded to a stronghold. Public order might be a bit of a problem. We'll see about that. We can't get there. Decent son of a 389 income. Alright, so Rohan has taken the Wold, perfect. Hopefully they do take the West Wold as well. Are they at war with Isengard, actually? Do they start off at war? No, they're not at war yet. Interesting. So yeah, we are still very much unaware of Saruman's, spoiler alert, betrayal. Right, anything else I need to be doing? Erebor's making friends with everyone but me. These guys really don't like me.
Yes, my lord.
Please, I'm a nice guy.
Without question. Tomorrow's journey planned out.
But most people who say about themselves that they're a nice guy typically aren't nice guys, but I digress.
Elves. Sire, come, my brother.
I'm actually kind of keen to already send it, because Celeborn alone can take down Khamûl easily. So if I already move him out, we can go there next turn. But no, that's too dangerous, because then a counterattack might happen from Dol Guldur. I'm going to wait for the reinforcements. Even if that means missing out on Khamûl, I'd rather not lose Celeborn than kill Khamûl. But just like that, that brings us to turn 10, and we can start off the war with Dol Guldur, which is going to be the highlight of the early game. And I'm looking forward to it. But seeing as Khamûl's the only unit in Akhnot-Yon, I don't think he'll pull back just yet. I think he's going to stay there for a little bit. Oh yeah, we need to take down Dol Guldur. They're training so many troops there. If I can shut that down, the great oak factory of Dol Guldur. Yes. I'll do that in a moment. But I'm just trying to get a peek in. No, fucking mission. Right. Where is the nearest Erebor? That's all the way over there, mate. I hate these missions. What do I get? Is it anything worthwhile? A military unit. Sure. I guess we'll make the trip.
Yes.
They move pretty damn fast. So. There we go. How am I doing in terms of supplies anyway? I haven't really paid attention to that. Fully supplied, okay. I assume we're fully supplied because we're literally in our own settlement. I can reach Akhnot-Yon. I can take down Khamûl already. My lord? The problem is, though, that would leave Celeborn just completely undefended. I could get this army to cross over here, but if they get attacked by actually, they can't reach me. So if I put... God, this is difficult. If I put them in this fort, I think they can reach Akhnot-Yon in one turn, and I get some free upkeep out of it, which is most welcome. But I'd be leaving behind Haldir, which is just a very good unit. I could try risking it with the idea that one of these units would be sufficient to keep the peace. I guess I can do a quick test run. No, General. How bad is it? 50%. That's not too bad. That's actually not too bad.
Follow me.
Just thinking here, just thinking. You know what we'll do? We will put these guys in the fort here. Hopefully fixes my economy a little bit. Haldir, I'm going to leave you behind for now. The next turn, I'll take these guys, move them towards Akhnot-Yon. Celeborn will help out, because he can reach that in one turn. It doesn't really matter, because it doesn't get free upkeep anyway, so I'm already going to put him at the crossing, just to make sure we can reach that. If anyone would dare to attack me, which is seemingly impossible, there is no army in range, except Khamûl, but he'd have to fight on a crossing, which will make that even easier. And Celeborn is pretty much the best counter to Khamûl with his spear unit, the Berio. So that is going to be that. Right. Okay. More alliances, perfect. We've finished off building some stuff, but I don't have enough money to get anything else right now. So I'm going to press the end turn. But I will already warn you that I'm about to round off the episode, because I want to keep the battles against Dol Guldur for episode 2. From a storytelling perspective, it makes more sense to keep that in separate episodes. Just killing off Khamûl at the end of episode 1 would be a bit anticlimactic. So. And I live for the climax, boys. Oh, hello, Lug. Hello. That's actually pretty good. I can kill you on the open field. I'm going to assume you're part of the garrison of Dol Guldur. You are. You were.
My lord, approaching quietly.
Okay. Oh no, he's got Mirkwood goblins. No. I guess what we can do is already do this battle, just to be a bit of a tease for the next episode. Right. Elves. We're gonna kill Captain Luglug. Okay, so we don't have a general here, which is, not great, but we're just gonna... Oh, fuck, they got Camel Shadow Knights. Need to be very careful with those units. The other three, they are kind of irrelevant. I'll shoot them to pieces. But the Shadow Knights, those scare me, man. But I do have spears, and I think they can go in shield wall, so we should be able to counter them relatively well if we play it smart. But unfortunately, that sometimes proves to be difficult. With a bit of luck, we might get a Man of the Hour from this. I'm going to wait until the fog clears, because that makes my archers better. We do have the Girthanen to try and scare the enemy. Not sure if that will work. Damn, this guy looks really cool. The lieutenant kind of guy. So let's see, those are our Girthanen, our Darth Mauls of the woods. We have the Lórien archers with the beautiful grey colour scheme of Lothlórien. And then the warders, they can go in shield wall, which is perfect, so they're actually my best counter to the Shadow Knights. If you don't know, shield wall is the best way, besides pikes, I guess. So the second best way to counter cavalry. Alright, fire away. They will come to us, because we have the superior skirmish capabilities. What is my range? Oh, we're just out of range. So let's push a little bit forward. Just shoot them to bits. You're in range. You aren't, but you will be. This is going to be a harder battle than the ones we fought with Haldir and Celeborn. So it's a matter of softening them up. There are the Shadow Knights of Khamul. With their fingers kind of glitching through their shields, that's scary, man. That's proper scary. Okay. As long as they don't move and I can just soften them up, that's going to save me a lot of pain. I think I'm going to move my troops a little bit closer. Because I don't want to fight everything away on the scouts, because they're not really the unit I'm most scared of. It's mostly the host. We offer bows for Lórien. I think most of these voice lines are for the battle, from the Battle for Middle-earth games. They sound a little bit familiar. Fire on the host if you can. Stop, stop, stop. The enemy always goes, or my own troops always go too close when trying to fire on a unit. I tell them to fire, but then they run in way too far ahead. Just fire on the host. They do have bigger shields than the scouts. Actually, no, they got the same shield. Never mind. Do they have different shield stats? 2, 2. Okay, that's actually a very, very low shield stat. A shield is the best way to counter archer fire, but if they only have a shield stat of 2, that's a shield of cardboard, pretty much. Alright, if they're not moving against me, then I'll happily shoot them away. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure what you're doing. I never told you to do that. I'm gonna have to move my warders a little bit closer so they can defend against the potential calf charge. Okay, I'm slowly running out of ammo, so I just want to make sure we kill as many as we can of the regular infantry. I'll let the shield guys, spear guys take down the cav. We don't need to fire at them, because most arrows won't kill anyone. Alright, if you're out of ammo, you can still serve a purpose in melee, but you're going to be kind of a reserve unit. A flanking force at best. Alright, we softened up those guys quite well. Already killed close to 2/3 of that army. Wonderful. Alright, we're out of ammo. So we're going to have to do some mano-a-mano fighting. How do we go about that? The Girthanen need to be a flanking force. I just need to be careful for the Camel Shadow Knights. The other guys I should be able to just completely outclass. Let's see, 5'8". Even my archers are better than that with 5'10". The Galadhrim is absolutely better than that. But 5'8" also isn't terrible. So don't underestimate them. Why do I have to go to you, man? Why are you so passive? I don't trust it. Oh, there we go. They're coming in. Sending in their scouts first. They got javelins, so we don't want them to get too many volleys off. So if they get too close, we're going to run for it. Cover the distance. They're already shaken, so morale's going to be a good way to win. Especially with our Galadhrim. Okay, so they got like half a volley off, which is fine. Kill them! For the Lady Galadriel! Careful for the cavalry. The cav just scares me. If I pin them down with my warders, I'm laughing. Because we've won. But as long as they live... He is smart enough not to send them in just yet. He is smart enough. So I'm going to send in my Galadhrim first, I think. On this right Dol Guldur host. This Dol Guldur host is going to try to help out. And we are going to flank him like that. Keeping my warders as a backup for when the cav finally does something. At last we shall reveal ourselves. Come on, Darth Maul. The Shadowknight's still being passive. What's up with this AI? It scares me. Sure, it looks easy, but it actually scares me a whole lot more just because it's so unpredictable. Okay, but that's happening exactly as I want it to happen. So that's perfect. Perfect. I'm surprised these guys are more broken than these guys. There we go. Okay, he sent in the Shadow Knights, but they're not actually charging. They did like the short little... So now the plan is to just surround them. They will kill my archers even without a charge. That charge is very lethal, but they're also just very, very strong as a unit. Just like that. That's hopefully where our wardens can change the battle around for us. Yep. They're going down a whole lot quicker now. Come on, spears. This is where you excel. This is practice for when we're up against Khamûl himself. Because he also has Shadow Knights. I'm pretty sure. Unless he has a... Nah, he's got Shadow Knights. I'm going to pull back these archers because I don't want to lose them. Now that the spears are here... Oh shit, they came back. That's a little annoying. Why did they come back? Okay, but that captain's dead, so that should fuck up their morale. Yeah, these guys coming back really spooked me. That's costing me a lot of lives. That's annoying. I didn't expect them to come back. Should be paying more attention to the minimap. Yeah, they broke and then they came back once. They probably won't do it again. Yeah, these Shadow Knights are proving a big threat, but they can't actually train them right now. So now that we've killed them, we shouldn't see them again anymore. So as much as they were a hassle to kill, it should be a pretty permanent death for them. Alright, 114 casualties is not too bad. Clear victory, so potentially we might get a Man of the Hour out of this. I really, really do hope so. Alright. I might even run. I'm not going to ransom. I don't want those Shadow Knights to... Actually, it's only 3. Nah. Nah. I thought about it, but... Nah. Alright. So, my friends, it is time to get rid of Khamûl. He has put himself in a very exposed position, and I will happily abuse the shit out of that. Captain Muznak's over there. Well, I'm going to ignore Muznak. He might try to go for Caras Galadhon, but if I take Akhnot-Yon, then he won't try to do that, because we'll border them at Dol Guldur. So what I will do is meet up the armies. I'm going to lay siege to that. The troops will join Mr. Celeborn. We got a nice army going. And the next episode, we'll take down Khamûl and possibly look towards taking Dol Guldur, depending on how smooth the next couple turns go. Before we end it, because look, there's so many armies here. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. But let's do some building, maybe some training. I can't really train anything worthwhile. No, let's do some building. At Edraicharn, what do I want? I think the Builder's Hall, but that's most of my money gone. What do I want? I need to build some stuff that's cheap and gives me a lot of money. That is, yeah, I should probably invest in bitcoins or something like that. I guess I'll build a market, I suppose. 273, so that's an extra 40. That's not that much. Caras Galadhon, make me happy. 362, 418, that's also 50. I can probably get something more from Edraicharn if I get like a land clearance. 181, 271, yeah, that's much better. Right, Mr. Diplomat, keep moving towards Celeborn. I want those free military units. Okay, so there we go. That is it for the first episode of our Lothlórien campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I mentioned at the beginning, your support on the first episode is much appreciated. So if you haven't left a comment yet or you haven't liked the video yet, please consider doing so. It would make me a very happy Izzy. And I got lots of cool stuff in store for you for the next episode, as we'll take down Khamul himself, hopefully, if everything goes well, and possibly look towards taking Amon Lang, the fortress of Dol Guldur. So thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you soon for the second episode.